Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. Playing a deck today that top-aided GGP Detroit by a person named Trent, also known as Gores on the YouTube. So check them out. Link will be in the description for that. Not going to go into a lot of like the individual card choices and stuff for the deck because there was a deck profile from Game Time. So if you want to see why certain cards were included in the deck, or any decision making, whatever, anything for that, I encourage you to go check that out on Game Time's YouTube. Also will be a link in the description for that. But here we are. I've been wanting to play some more zombies for a while. I say more, yeah, we've had zombies on the channel once in 3 months. I think we're just gonna lead on set MST, summon Injection Fairy Lily. Very aggressive, but I think we can play this hand aggressively. We do have MST Breaker, of course. We do have MST Breaker. We have no woman to take out a set if that's what the opponent wants to do. So, like, if they lead on, Bread and Butter, Chaos Turbo, T-Set Pass, we've got that covered, and we're going to just do a whole bunch of damage, and it's going to be good. So, I think that's a totally fine opener. Obviously, having double Ryukoki is kind of kind of bricky in hand, but, it is what it is. All right, we do see a T-Set. Do we have more? Is the question. We do not. Okay. So, like I said, we've got the most common opener and goat covered here. We're just going to MST this back row, Trap Dust Shoot. Glad that's gone. Ooh, that's... I wish we could summon that this turn, but we kind of can't. But I am just going to knock here. I guess, well, I could summon Ryukoki. If I do that, it's 24, 43, 62. That's not really worth it. I'd rather just keep my injection on the board. I do think I am going to summon Breaker, though. And we're going to go for as much damage as possible here. So, attack in for 19. And then attack in for 34. And the opponent's already at 2,700. If they kill our Injection Fairy Lily, we can just bring out Gigantes. We can always, activate Breaker, sack it for Ryukoki. We're we're looking pretty good here, I think. Especially if this is Turbo. Sangan Trap Dust Shoot doesn't necessarily mean Turbo, but we'll see. Maybe that's a spy. Oh, we're setting into Breaker, so that means, it's a card that they don't really... oh, yeah, I don't really care about that. They can get rid of our Gigantes, I guess. The Sinister Serpent is an interesting include in the deck. Not totally sure about that, but, oh, all right. So we're sending back the tribe. Interesting. So we can summon out Koki if we think that this is a Gravekeeper spy, which it very well could be. But I think keeping Breaker around is totally fine here. Like, it's either Spy or Night Assailant, if I had to guess. I guess it could just be like Tsukuyomi, something like that. I don't think I want to give up the Breaker. I think we just attack into it. If it's Spy, that's fine. If it's not, that's also fine. Because, like, we can deal with Spy. Yeah, we can get rid of one of them with the injection if we really want to. Okay. Do we get rid of one of them? Yeah, I think we're interested in doing a whole bunch of damage. Try to get the opponent dead here. We do have lethal on board with Sacrifice Breaker for Ryukoki, attack over Spy, attack directly, and outside of like a chainable Raigeki break or something like that, the opponent can't really set a whole lot of back row against the Breaker, or they can't set just one. It has to be some sort of chainable. I guess it could be Ring, but Ring's kind of iffy here. Yeah, Tsukuyomi to set the Breaker, that makes sense. Okay, so now I don't have lethal. We can sack this for Koki, special Gigantes, but that's not quite gonna do it. Goblin Attack Force, you say? Okay. That does it for sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll just summon Gaff. No need to shuffle there. I guess the opponent knows the hand, right? Yeah, summon Gaff. Attack over Spy. And attack for lethal with the injection. Got a Kuribo? Do not. All right. Injection Fairy Lily go in the distance. You love to see it. One of my favorite cards. So we want level 2. From what I understood from the deck profile, we're not bringing in Bottomless here. And Trap Dust Shoot is more of an on-the-play thing. But I do think I'll bring in the Ceasefire. That's totally fine. And I'm going to cut this Sinister Serpent, because I just don't know about it, honestly. And I think I'm just going to cut a Jar of Greed, maybe? I don't know. The monster count's really high in the deck, which is one reason, like, anytime I bring in a monster, I definitely want to be cutting monsters. But yeah, I think I can just cut a Jar of Greed here. Like, the other cards I might want to cut. Morphing Jar I think is fine, but that's probably the most cuttable card here. But yeah, I'm just going to cut a Jar of Greed, bring in, more cards that matter. Maybe, maybe you want to cut the other Jar for Bottomless. I do like Bottomless in these matchups. It's very good against Zombara, Breaker. We don't care about Breaker too much, but... And it's just good against the, the Chaos monsters. I'm fine with that. We'll do that, and then we'll bring in the Trap Dust Shoots on the play. All right, open up a handful of monsters, but they are good. Exiled Force, really good with Gigantes, of course. And I'm totally fine with having Heavy Storm here. Turbo's very likely to have sided in a bunch of Battle Traps, stuff like that. So, see what we can do. Oh, Big fan of drawing Pot of Greed, as always. We are Pot of Greed fans on this channel. For sure. Just going to go ahead and activate it. And more monsters. Okay, don't hate Bottomless. Do we want to turn one Exiled Force? We can, but like the opponent set Sangan first. I just, I'm not a big fan of turn one Exiled Force. Like we can deal with Spy. We're totally fine here. Let's just summon Giant Rat and attack. Oh, do we have a Serpent? We do, okay. All right, so what does that tell us then? Interesting. They're protecting the monster with Raigeki Break? Okay. I'm struggling to think of, maybe they just want the Giant Rat out of the way. That's totally possible. Dekoichi, yeah? Okay, that's fine. Interesting. So we know about a Serpent in hand. Obviously, turn one Exiled Force would have worked out there. But we're going to take 1,400. We can do a lot of damage on the next turn if we really want to. I am a fan of getting aggressive against the Chaos decks, but I don't want to just throw out a Heavy Storm here, of course. So now I think it is Exiled Force time. If they were willing to set a Dekoichi turn one, I get the feeling that this is going to be a good hit for Exiled Force. Yeah, because now they're showing like... I'm showing that I don't have a knock or an Exiled Force potentially or whatever. Night Assailant, okay. Fine with getting that gone. Yep, let's just summon Gigantes. Get rid of the rat. We'll attack over... Oh, attack over this Dekoichi. Sorry. You may think, that's fine. Would you like to torrential opponent? Solemn Judgment. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. We have Bottomless Trap Hole to protect us from like any sort of big play that the opponent has here. And then we can just start getting aggressive. We have all kinds of monsters in hand. Heavy Storm, okay. So the opponent's doing something here, that's for sure. What are you doing? Summon out Dekoichi, activate double limiter removal? Oh, Tsukuyomi? Yeah, that's good. Bottomless Trap Hole wouldn't do anything to that, obviously, but they are flipping back up the Dekoichi, so I do like that. Tsukuyomi's annoying for sure. But, yeah, we'll just take our 2,500. No big deal. Yeah, opponent sets a back row. I think I am going to Heavy Storm that. Generally don't like to just Heavy Storm into one back row from Chaos Turbo, but I have to stop this loop or I will just lose the game. So I think it's totally fine to just go ahead and Heavy Storm here. And then I'm probably going to throw out Pyramid Turtle and just go into a Ryukoki. Get maximum damage, have a big beater on the board, something that doesn't care about Tsukuyomi, and then of course I can clean up a set on the next turn with level 2 if I need to do that. I also have, Tribe to kill stuff. Opponent doesn't have a light just yet, so yeah, let's just summon Pyramid Turtle, crash into Dekoichi, Turtle to the grave, and go get the big Scully boy and attack over the Deco. Take 1,000 down to 3,000. Thank you for the extra. Thank you for the extra life point damage, opponent. Not saying the Solemn there was incorrect. It's just I'm okay whenever my opponent decides to take 4,000 damage with Earth Aggro is essentially what I'm saying there. Obviously, there are certainly plays that you want to protect with the Solemn Judgment. And the opponent did have some good stuff going on there for sure with the Tsukuyomi loop going on. But now I think this is easy. Just summon out level 2. Get over the set monster and attack in for 24. Put our opponent at 600. And then, like, unless that's a light, yeah, it's another Dekoichi. They can't even, like, chaos us on the next turn. Unless they draw into Thunder Dragon or something. I guess they could... No, I was going to say, I guess they could summon a Faith and crash it into something. But it even... they even lose if they attack into a level 2. So that's funny. I guess Thunder Dragon would be really bad. Oh my god. Heart of the cards indeed. Wow, that was a good rip. Okay. Yep, ditch Sinister Serpent. No light, no light, no light, no light. I guess BLS doesn't even kill us here. So that's good news. And we, of course, have an answer to BLS with Tribe, right? Because it is 600. Yeah, it'd just be 2,700. Oh, still no light. All right. So we know, the only card we know of is Tsukuyomi now, which they can't really summon it just to attack over level 2 and that'd be their whole turn, because that would kill them, obviously. It can't attack over Ryukoki, of course. They need some sort of protection. I guess, you know, setting a monster, setting a back row means they do have some form of protection. We'll see what it is. Think of what I lose to here. If it's a bluff Torrential, that's a great bluff. But I don't think I'm going to play around Torrential here. I think I'm just going to summon Breaker and break that back row and see where we go from there. Because if it's Raigeki Break, like, they need a Spy. And then I have Spy covered on the next turn. Okay. Yeah, let's just summon Breaker. Looks like they don't have what they need. It is the Mirror Force. Okay. Okay, not bad. Not bad. We're going to get a win. I don't have a whole lot of time today, which is why the last one was a little short. But this match was pretty short, so we're going to get another one for this. All right, we've got a second match. I'm not sure how I'm going to beat a giant albatross, but I will certainly do my best. If my voice sounds a little off, I had to wake up way too early today, so it is early in the morning, and mornings are not my strong suit. I'm certainly not a morning person. All right, the opponent tells me to have good luck and have fun, and then starts off with Pot of Greed Duo. I don't think you're abiding by these rules, opponent. You told me to have good luck. I know I told them to have good luck too. I'm just joking here. I think I'm gonna get rid of the Tribe, actually. Tribe's really good, but Breaker allows us to, you know, potentially get a plus back. And we do have Call of the Haunted here if we need to get the Tribe. Obviously not ditching the Graceful Charity. Graceful Charity is Graceful Charity. Okay, Spirit Reaper's another way to get some pluses back as well. This deck does have Sinister Serpent in it, so, like, I'm kind of tempted to hold the Graceful Charity, but, like, that's just not how it is. I'll throw it off. If this is good, maybe I draw into, like, a level 2 or something. Oh, alright. We're just gonna throw off the Solemn Judgment here. I'm fine with this. Now I'll summon Breaker. And Torrential, okay. On a Faith? What? Okay, you know, I'm not gonna argue. I'll take it. Yeah, okay, all right. Full Trinity here. It's fine with me. See what happens. It wouldn't surprise me if my opponent just slammed down a BLS after those plays. Wow. Oh. Alright, we're playing Paladin of White Dragon. Alright. I'm going to reread this card just to familiarize myself with it again. Yep, it's a level 2. I knew that. Yeah, Yeah, sack it to summon a Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes can't attack, blah, 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 blah. Take the 1400 here, not a big deal. Opponent's at 3500. Okay. Koki. Can't quite kill. I mean, I don't want to just set Spirit Reaper, because if they go into... Well, I don't really want to summon the tribe either. So yeah, I'm going to set the Spirit Reaper. Reasoning behind that is if they do summon Paladin, obviously it can attack over the Spirit Reaper. But yeah, they're going to have to minus to do it. And if they go get Blue Eyes, I want an answer to Blue Eyes. So this is fine. We lose our Reaper. That's totally fine. Let's see if they sack it off for Blue Eyes. They do not. Okay. So now... Book of Life's a great draw too. So now I think is a good time to just get this tribe here. Okay. We're just gonna die to this Paladin. Wow. I guess that's the power of of turn 1 duo Pot of Greed, right? You get to Solemn Judgment everything, and then minus, like completely minus with the Torrential on the Moth, and then win the game. Spy, that's a good one. If I can just get this stupid Koki into the graveyard, or I guess drawing Premature Burial here would just be that'd just be game. Drawing Prima would be insane. I was gonna put it in defense. Okay. All right, I'm down for taking less damage here. I mean, they do still have a lethal line on the next turn, but... Alright, Premature Burial deck, come on. Jar of Greed. That's not Premature Burial. Odds of the opponent having Heavy Storm, 100%. They've drawn everything else, so... But I think this is the line. Maybe make them scared. Who knows? But we are facing down lethal, so... My hopes aren't too high. Let's go. They're not going to attack with everything. Alright, play to your outs, and sometimes it works out. Deal. I'm just going to activate this Jar of Greed here. Who knows? Maybe the opponent's playing Decree. Gigantes. That's not bad. Goblin attack force, and we have the ring. Okay. Alright. I understand, opponent. So... King Tiger is good against like the Monjus and stuff. I guess it's also decent against Spy, so maybe it is just worth an include. I think these Trap Dust Shoots are probably going to be good. Bottomless Trap Hole and King Tiger seem good. That's weird. That's weird. Like, they both have different applications. Like, Bottomless Trap Hole good against the Paladin itself, and also against the Blue Eyes they might get, but this good against the Monjus. I guess I'm not as worried about the Monjus. I can just kind of attack over those, right? So we can cut Jar of Greeds here. I think we can cut Knock. Well, we saw Spy and Magician of Faith, so that's probably good enough to leave those in. So same, I guess we can leave in the level 2. I'm going to cut Sinister Serpent again, because I'm probably going to cut that every time. Koki's actually pretty good. Okay, so maybe we're not bringing in the Bottomless. Sure, yeah, we'll bring in Dust Shoots on the play, and then we'll bring in Bottomless on the draw. Like, I think this is totally fine. We'll just get aggressive here. And maybe our opponent won't open full Trinity. Oh, Pot of Greed. Pot of Greed time. Let's go. Okay, we're kind of rolled up against everything now. So I'm actually just going to summon a Giant Rat. And set this ring. And pass the turn. And then, you know, if our opponent wants to set stuff, we have Nobleman of Crossout. Hopefully they set a Spy. And they, like, Judgment our Knock. They were very aggressive with those Solemn Judgments, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, we're just going to send the Thunder Dragons to the grave. Okay. Sure. No, we just did that to make it easier. Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Unfortunately, we find the duo after our opponent has added 2 Thunder Dragons to hand, but that's totally fine. I'm going to lead on Knock, I think, and then we'll just Delinquent Duo after that. Okay, we hit the Spy. Love to see that. So I imagine this is not a Solemn Judgment. God, if it still is, though, and they want to Judgment the duo, that would just be ideal. All right, not a Judgment. Didn't think it was. Hit Tsukuyomi? Okay. Okay. Tsukuyomi's not amazing right now, but it's fine. Attack with a Giant Rat. And I think I'm going to set Pyramid Turtle. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't want to summon it because, you know, it's a chance of Torrential back there. Knock. Okay, so they did leave in Knock, I guess. I think we pretty well showed that Knock wasn't great against us. Like, we did show a Spirit Reaper, but everything else screams aggro. No zombies in the yard, unfortunately. We lost our one zombie to Knock. Okay. I think we're just, we're fine with this pattern. Just attack with Giant Rat here. I could just set Bluff Book of Life, but I don't really want to entice the opponent into Heavy Storming. And I'm not going to set a bunch of them, so I'm not going to play around Dust Shoot anyway. Okay, we are going for a Chaos play. Chaos Sorcerer, okay. Alright, we lose our Giant Rat. No big deal. We have a Snatch Steal for the Chaos Sorcerer. We also have Ring of Destruction. We also have Tribe Infecting Virus to kill it. And now we have Exile Force. So we got a lot of ways we can deal with this. I think I'm going to go for the Snatch Steal line. Because I don't have lethal, right? Yeah, I can get him down to 29. I don't have any zombies in the graveyard. And we can just save Tribe Exile Force for later. Sure. And not really a whole lot of better monsters to Snatch Steal in their deck, honestly. They could have Blue Eyes, of course. But I think Chaos Sorcerer is probably just a better one to take. And also Snatch Steal can, you know, proc a +1 play here. Again, I'm not going to summon into Torrential. I know, like, had I been able to connect with an Exile Force, Tribe, or whatever, obviously we have lethal with Ring, but I think we're going to get there. There's no reason to just go into, there's no reason to play into Torrential on an open board. Yeah, Manju's fine. Don't really care about that. Yeah, get your White Dragon Ritual. Are we going to summon the Paladin this turn? We are not. Okay. Giant Rat. I think I am going to summon this. It makes, you know, Torrential's a 1-for-1. 1-for-1, essentially 2-for-2, whatever you want to say. But it's effectively not, because they are, you know, killing their Chaos Sorcerer, so let's just see if we can get in there. I'm just going to attack with a Giant Rat. They have Mirror Force. Yeah, I thought maybe they would have Mirror Forced the Chaos Sorcerer, but this is totally fine. Yeah, we'll just pass the turn. We're fine from here. So still probably not a Torrential down now at this point. Okay, Duo's kind of annoying. Okay, we lose the Exiled Force. I just don't have any zombies. Obviously, Book of Life is powerful with Tribe if I draw into a Koki or whatever. I mean, Spy's already gone. I think Book of Life just has higher upside. Yeah, let's just send the Knock. Opponent still has a Thunder Dragon in hand, right? Yeah, they have Thunder Dragon, Paladin, Ritual. We've got a Ring. We're fine here. Tribe can probably come down next turn, kill this. Might be able to get an attack. Dust Shoot's kind of eh. Though, do I want to keep Dust Shoot over Book of Life? Probably, because like I can just, you know, activate it in my opponent's draw step, whatever. See what they've got going on, make sure the coast is clear for a Ring. Okay. I'll summon Tribe. And I'm going to go for the game shot here. We're going to Ring the Tribe. Oh, okay. Makes sense to me, but I have a Ring back. GG. Interesting there. So do I want to make any changes with the Bottomless now? Opponent's keeping a lot of cards in hand. Just kind of the nature of their deck, so I don't know, maybe I just bring in 2 Bottomless over 2 Trap Dust Shoot and leave the 3rd in. I don't hate that. I could also bring in Jar of Greed. I still don't think King Tiger's really where it's at. Yeah, I think I'm fine to leave in 1 Trap Dust Shoot on the draw. I think the card's probably just powerful in the matchup. So I think this is fine. Just run it back and hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll be able to take this game 3 and we don't have a don't have a run back of game 1. Okay, this hand's totally fine. No Trinity, of course. Yeah, it's duo day. That's fine. All right, we hit the Prima? Man, come on. All right, that's fine. I'm just going to ditch MST. I think Knock is still powerful here against a potential spy. DD Assailant is like my only pressure, and then, well, I guess Snatch Steal is technically pressure as well, but we don't know if Snatch Steal is going to be online early, so this is fine. As long as the opponent doesn't have Graceful Charity, we're looking all right here. Oh, Pyramid Turtle's good too. I do like me a Pyramid Turtle here. I think I'm actually going to lead on that over DD Assailant. Let's see if this goes through, and then I'm just going to knock the face down. Opponent ran out Spy last time. Maybe they do it again. Maybe it's a Magician of Faith. Serpent, that's totally fine to get rid of as well. And just attack in for 12. All right, they take it. Cool. Opponent already at 5,800. I know that's only, 2,200 damage, but having that on turn 2 is pretty nice. Yeah, Tribe is fine. At least they had to pitch a Thunder Dragon rather than getting to pitch this Sinister Serpent. So that's cool with me. And I have Snatch Steal here if I opt to take the Tribe. We'll see. I think I may just attack over it with DD Assailant. Save the Snatch Steal for a little later. Yeah, I mean, we would have lethal in 2 turns, but something could go wrong. The opponent puts a Dark in the graveyard, summons a BLS, whatever. We just have a clear attack over the Tribe. We're gonna ring. Yeah. Man, it's so tempting to Snatch Steal here, because I am at 4,700. It loses to a lot, right? I guess not a lot. They could summon Paladin, and then I'm just dead, right? Yeah, I'll pass the turn. I guess Manju into Paladin kills me, as long as they do have another monster. They have the Thunder Dragon. Immediately checking graveyard, okay. So, yeah, summon Manju. Okay, we're not dead. All right. Deal. 1,700. Their ring is already gone. I need to draw something here. Yeah, you forgot the Manju. It is not mandatory. No. So, choosing to not add is a totally legal play. Alright. Giganta's here for lethal? Oh, no, that doesn't do anything, does it? That's unfortunate. Opponent has 1 Thunder Dragon in hand. Ah, man, injection. Why couldn't I have had 400 more life points? That's unfortunate. Okay. I think we are at the point, though, where we do have to Snatch Steal the Tribe. I think I kind of just want to set the injection. Let's just attack for 200. The opponent goes down to 39. They go up to 49. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to get extra aggressive here, because I want to set injection to protect my life total a little bit. I don't want to set the level 2. Though I guess if they set a monster, then setting the level 2 would be totally fine. I don't know. It's pretty close here. They do set a monster with no back row. Okay. DD Assailant. All right, so we know of 1 Thunder Dragon in him. Man, if it's a dark and they have BLS, if it's a dark and they have BLS, it's just I just lose, right? So no reason to play around that. We'll just attack with a level 2. It's a Moth. Beautiful. We'll attack you for 16. They go to 33, back up to 43. And yeah, we do have 4,300 points of damage here. And gain 1,000, please. They pass the turn? Sweet. Just want to make sure I've got it here. 16, 25, 29, 46. Yep, we've got it. Beautiful. Flip up injection that's only going to attack for 400. Summon DD Assailant. And attack out. And we'll attack like we're playing around Gores here. The Paladin did make a difference. Unfortunate. Sorry, opponent. But, you got to be careful about those things, unfortunately. If you summon it and you click on battle phase and then you just back it up and you're like, hold on, Manju, I'll be like, that's totally fine. Whatever, it's ladder. But if you go to battle phase and you attack with everything and then you say, I forgot, I think that is enough past the point where, especially if you say, I just forgot, then you're just admitting, I forgot to do this. I think that's a little past the point of allowable in a game that I want to win. So, yeah, we beat the Paladin deck. a good 2-0 with the Earth zombie deck. I actually kind of like this. I think Earth has a lot of unexplored space. I know Shaggy Powers has talked about this a lot, but I think trying out some of the zombie stuff is very powerful. Maybe adding in some cold wave stuff like that. I just wanted to run the list that top aided just to sort of get a feel for it, but I think a lot of innovation could happen with a list like this. So that's the video for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.